Hey guys, welcome to A Coastal Live. We are officially in week 3 of giving you guys real actionable examples on stopping your leads from forgetting about you by using a book. So we're towards the end of week 3. Tomorrow will be the end of week 3. Time is going by so fast, I've been losing track. But anyways, the book that we're using tonight is 98 Cents by Cito Blanco. Here's the front cover, the spine, it's a little hard to see that, and the back cover. Alright, we're going to be using 98 Cents. For those of you who don't know, this is my very first client. Cito Blanco is my very first client that made Amakosua really real. So we're going to be using this book. I was able to pull out 4 principles that we're going to talk about. But yeah, let's dive in. All right. So, you guys are here. I'm here to tell you 5 ways to use a book to stop your leads from forgetting about you. What are the 5 ways? The first one is content. The second is running ads. The third is holding webinars. The fourth is email, newsletters, and text notification, right? Follow-up emails, follow-up texts. And the last is product offer. All right. And it's important to understand the purpose behind those 5 things I just mentioned. Hello, Flordy. It's important to understand the purpose behind the 5 steps I just mentioned, which is, okay, so what is the purpose behind content? The purpose is to show 3 to 5 principles that you stand by that are in this book, right? Running ads. You want to run ads to get new cold leads. And when we say cold leads, that's just someone who is coming across your content, your service, your product for the very first time. All right. And you want to hold webinars to show outcomes to show the outcomes of the principles that you talk about. All right. And you want to send follow-up emails and follow-up texts to get your product in front of your leads so that they can engage with it. And you want to have a product offer to teach them how to implement the principles to reach the outcome that you explained in the webinars that you hold, right? Okay, so now let's get into using 98 cents to stop your leads from forgetting about you. All right, so this is a collection of poems, and I've read this book quite a few times now. And this is just really, random, but I want to add it. But when I was reading 98 Cents the last time, I was reading it alongside Medical Apartheid. This is by Harriet A. Washington. Okay, Medical Apartheid. And this book is really, really dense, as well as... Oh man, what's the best way? It's raw information, right? So the subtitle is The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present. So this is a heavy read, very intense read. And I found it very helpful to pair these 2 books together as I was reading. And it's so interesting because this has red text. This has red text as well. The book is red. But even just the cover itself almost complements each other. But I was able to get to chapter 5 in this one. And I had to use 98 cents to get through it. Like, truly to get through it. Because this one, Medical Apartheid, kind of brings you to that place that you couldn't even imagine. And then this brings you back into, the present times of what you can actually control. But anyway, that was a little a little random, but anyways, all right, so moving on. Content. All right, so what kind of content can you create around this book, right, to keep your leads' attention? So you can pull excerpts from poems in the book, and you can post different excerpts, different quotes. You could use the Fonto app, Phonto. The Fonto app is a great app. It's very user-friendly. I'm a big fan of the app. And I use that app to pull different quotes and excerpts. And always when you're doing that, so you want to make sure that you're giving credit to the author, right? At all times when you're pulling these quotes, have the author, have the person who, you know, whose excerpts, quotes that you're using, make sure that they get the credit as well. But anyways, you can pull different quotes. You can take pictures with the book. And you can discuss, you can even have content discussing each poem, and which of your principles you stand by that are in the poems that you choose to talk about. All right. So then the next thing is running ads, right? So you can take your content that you've created. For example, let's say you have a picture of you holding the book. You can also, you know, do something like have a stack of bills, or like a roll of bills versus a stack of pennies, or next to a stack of pennies. You could have a picture of you or someone meditating with this book visible in sight. You can also, yeah, okay, I said everything. All right, now, when it comes to running ads, the headline is really important. And the one thing that we do to break down headlines is have an outcome and an action. All right, so your outcome would be stop waiting to create. Actually, I didn't even go over the principles. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let me backtrack a little bit, right? So the principles that I was able to pull out from this book, I was able to get 4, right? So the first one is prioritizing financial literacy and freedom, having a prayerful mindset, finding your identity, and creating art. Those are 4 principles I was able to pull from 98 cents. Okay, I'm going to say them again. Prioritizing financial literacy and freedom, having a prayerful mindset, finding your identity, and creating art. All right, so with those established principles, those are what you're standing by, right? That's what you're creating content around, and you're using this book to further, basically just to further, you know, solidify what you stand by, the outcomes that you've gotten that you're now trying to help other people get. So, like I was saying, when it comes to running ads, you can choose one of the content that you've created. We'll say that you choose a stack. Let's say that you choose someone meditating and they're holding this book, or the book is visible in the ad. So you can have the headline, the outcome would be stop waiting to create. The action will be read a book daily. Right? So your headline is stop waiting to create, read a book daily. Okay? Now, next is your webinar. You want to explain your 3 to 5 principles and discuss the outcomes of implementing your principles. So you can take actual poems from this book, right? So you can take the poem from page 8, titled "Who Am I Now?" All right, you can take a poem from page 9. Actually, yeah, page 9, which is Note to Self. Page 16, which is 1 cent. And you can just break down each of these poems in your webinars to explain the principles that you stand by and the outcome. All right. Another example is on page 33. which is titled Pray For Me. And page 35. And the poem is titled, Is God Real? You can break this down line by line. And last but not least is page 98, Waiting to Create. And you can break this down as well, furthering, explaining your principles, explaining the outcome, and using this book to do that, using this book to keep your lead's attention. All right. So now that after you do your webinars, you want to make sure you have your follow-up email and your text notifications. And you can have testimonials of your principles. What's up, Tea Poet Blossom? You can have testimonials of your principles. All the principles that I just laid out. You can have testimonials from people's experience reading this book. You can get testimonials from Amazon, Goodreads, from his personal page of people's experience engaged with the book. Just showing that it's going to give them the outcome that they're looking for. It's going to give them the outcome that you talk about. You could also get testimonials of your other products, helping people become more financially literate, helping people become committed to reading every day, and showing the outcomes from that. All right. And last but not least is your product offer. For your product offer, you want to make sure that it's always in a bundle, and you want to include this book, of course, right? Since this is the book you're using to keep your lead's attention, this is the book you're using to show, the outcomes of your principles that you stand by that are in this book. So you want to have the book included into your product offer. You can purchase the book and just include it in your price and ship it to your client. You can bundle that with your product or service. So this is geared towards coaches and consultants. And then you can also include digital content or mini course within that bundle. It can be a collection of your webinars, with people interacting with your lessons, getting good feedback, getting outcome, actually implementing the principles that you talk about. All right, so that's it for today. You guys will be seeing me next week. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, I'll be live again tomorrow to use another book to give you guys examples on 5 ways to stop your leads from forgetting about you. All right, so if you're watching this on replay, #replay. And I am in the process of, getting myself ready to write book number 4. And I'm debating between an urban novel and a cookbook. And I would love for you guys to let me know which one you think I should do next. You could put in the comments if I should do an urban novel or if I should do a cookbook next. All right, so if you are looking to use a book to stop your leads from forgetting about you, we have a signature trio of books for you guys to choose from. We have the Amakosua memoir, the Amakosua product book, and the Amakosua motivational quote book. When you go to amakosua.com, you'll get access to a survey. It's about 5 questions. Based on your answers to the question, will determine which book will be the best choice for you to use for your audience to keep their attention. And you can do that again at amakosua.com. The link for that is in my bio. And once you answer the questions, you'll enter your name and email address to get the results sent to your email on which book will be the best choice for your audience. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.